Awesome. Hello, Wacharillin fans and anyone else who might listen. This is Wacharillin here, actually Brandon and me, Julian. Yes. And this is the interview with
Mr. Josh from ABQ Sports Crew.
ABQ Sports Crew. How's it going, Josh?
How's it going, guys? Thanks for having me.
Oh, no, thank you for having us. It's an honor to be here at this Madden tournament.
It's finally good that we got together. Finally.
Yeah, I mean, we've been talking about it for a while, so it's good to know that we're actually together now. So
that's right. All right, so we have a few questions we would like to ask you, Josh.
Yes, go right ahead.
All right. The first one is, what is ABQ Sports Crew, and what exactly do you do?
ABQ Sports Crew is a local internet radio show here in Albuquerque. We cover everything sports, everything from football to basketball to hockey. We even do horse racing. We're trying to get into the UNM hockey to do live broadcasting, play-by-play. So hopefully, fingers crossed on that one. But yeah, we cover all sports, everything.
That sounds good. The next question.
Yeah. Okay, let me see. Oh, here's a good one. How long have you all known each other?
Oh, well, ABQ Sports Crew, some of the guys have known each other for a while. Me, Elijah, and Matt, we all went to West Mesa High School together. Matt and Noel are brothers, so of course they know each other their whole lives. Me, Izzy, and Corey all used to work at Fans together. Corey and Izzy still work there, but that's how I know those guys. And, you know, when I first started, I needed a crew, and those guys stepped up.
Awesome. That's great to hear.
Okay. So, apart from like other radio shows and stuff like that, how is your crew and show unique?
Well, again, ABQ Sports Crew is online, so you know, a lot of times with the regular radio station, you're going to get a lot of commercials. With us, we're strictly non-commercial. We get right down to the point. And what's good about us too is, you know, it's just a bunch of friends. A lot of times you get guys that, you know, never worked with each other, but with us, we're all just a bunch of friends, just having a good time. And also what's unique with us is, you know, we're not in it for money. We're just doing this for fun. And a lot of guys, you know, they just want to do this for the money. Also with us, it's, you know, we're just unique. We're just, you know, there's no barrier of when, because radio show guys, you know, you get guys that come from other cities and they don't know New Mexico too well. Yeah. With us, it's strictly everything New Mexico. That's what makes us different.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So here's a question. It might be a little difficult for you to answer, but what was your favorite event to cover, if you have one?
Oh, so far this one's getting a great turnout. The Madden tournament here. The fantasy football draft was a huge hit for us.
It was.
But so far, these two, you know, everybody seems to be having a good time. So right now, you know, if all my guys were here tonight, I think this would have been the best one.
Well, that's awesome to hear. Great.
What has been the funniest thing to happen to you guys?
I think it was one of the craziest ones was Ladies' Night. We invited a bunch of ladies onto the show. We did a trivia between the Battle of the Sexes, as you would call it, and sad to say, but the ladies won. You know,
man, those ladies.
But no, it was a good time. You know, a lot of trash talking, but everything was a crack up. Every joke was just hilarious, and I think that was the best time we had on the show was Ladies' Night.
That's awesome. So here's an odd question, but we think this would be funny. If your crew were a flavor, what flavor would you be and why?
Sour. The reason I chose sour is because we're always talking negative to each other. We're always making fun of each other, and there's never, yeah, you know, if you don't make fun of each other, you're not having a real show, you know. If you're just sitting there being too serious, no one's gonna want to watch you.
Yeah.
So people want to watch an entertaining show, so sour.
Good point. Awesome flavor.
Is it easy to do what you do, the whole online radio show?
That's a good question. Actually, it's very difficult. You got to put a lot of time. You got to put a lot of effort into it, and you also got to find guys that are dedicated. You know, like I said, we're not doing this for money. It's absolutely free. So these guys aren't making $1, and you know, like my fiance would say, you know, it just takes a lot of time away from family and personal stuff. But you know what? One day it can lead you somewhere, and that's where we're trying to go. We're trying to go somewhere on the top. You know, ESPN radio, something. Just right now, though, yes, I would say it's probably one of the most difficult things I've ever done.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. Next question. What was the hardest thing for you guys to go through, radio-wise?
Well, knowing that, I mean, the hardest thing that you ever see is when you look at your ratings and you see that there's not many views or likes or anything like that, you start to panic. You try to do everything you can that's desperate, try to get some attention out there.
Yeah.
Like back in March, we didn't have too many people liking the show. We didn't have people tuning in, but we stuck in there as a group. We started promoting ourselves a little bit more, trying to get our names out there. And now it's turned into what it is, 300 people, over 300 plus likers, averaging 800 downloads a week. So it's just heart and dedication.
Oh, that's awesome to hear.
That's great, yeah. It's a lot like what you're doing.
Yeah, we're trying to get up there too.
Has there ever been a moment where you almost gave up on the show?
Yes. Like I said, back in March, when ratings were down, numbers weren't looking good, I thought it was over. But too many people had faith in us to not just give up on ourselves. So a shout out to especially one of them here, Rick from Little Anita's, also known as Prickly Pear, gave us a shot, sponsored us, and ratings started to go up after that.
Awesome.
Also, more advertising thanks to my fiance Ashley. She designed our logo. Those two people mainly influenced us to keep on going.
Oh, that's great. I'm glad you guys are keeping it up.
How long do you plan to keep up the show?
We're going to keep going until we're on the top. Until we're on a radio station. We want ABQ Sports Crew to become the next ESPN. That's our goal. If we haven't hit that, then we haven't done our job. So our job is to actually make a mainstream, like 610 D Sports Animal here in Albuquerque. We want to be one of those guys. We want to be where everybody's tuning in and to a show where we're broadcasting every day. Because right now we're just doing once a week. So we want to be a every day, all day kind of thing.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great.
So, about the last question here, we'll wrap it up. As a classic New Mexico question, red or green?
Green, baby. That's always the question. That's always the answer, too, is green.
That's
right. For you people that are not New Mexico natives, that's the official state question, and it's always a fun one to ask because
about chili.
It's always a rivalry. I am also a green guy myself.
Same here.
Well, I want to thank you guys for interviewing me. It feels kind of good.